Hey there, you're watching The Fact Flash and welcome to tonight's headliner. Today, we're going to talk about two of India's most powerful and unforgettable leaders, Indira Gandhi, Narendra Modi. One ruled when India was still trying to find its feet after independence. The other came when India had already become a global player. Both had something in common. They were not just leaders, they were the system. Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister from 1966 to 1977. And then again from 1980 until her assassination in 1984. Narendra Modi has been in power since 2014 and completed 10 years as Prime Minister in June 2024. So yeah, these are two of the longest serving Prime Ministers in Indian history. And today, we're going to break down exactly how they ruled, what kind of challenges both of them individually faced, what made them strong, what made them controversial, and whether history is repeating itself or just rhyming. From their politics and public image to the economy, media, opposition, and more, let's find out how similar they really were and where they were worlds apart. So let's start with how they came into power. Now, Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister in 1966 and initially was seen as just a placeholder, a puppet of the Congress old guard known as Syndicate. But she shocked them all. In 1971, she won a massive 352 seats out of 518 in Lok Sabha and completely took control of the Congress party. Narendra Modi's rise, on the other hand, was different. He had already proven himself in Gujarat, and in 2014, he brought the BJP to power with 282 seats. In 2019, he did it again, this time with 303 seats. Now, both leaders didn't just win elections, both paved their way to full majorities, which in India is no small feat. Now, let's talk about power. Indira ruled with an iron hand. She didn't like challenges to her authority, whether it was inside the party or outside. The emergency she declared in 1975 is still one of the darkest chapters in Indian democracy. Civil liberties were suspended, opposition leaders were literally jailed, and the press was censored. Modi, on the other hand, has not declared an emergency, but many accuse him of centralizing power in a different way. The CBI, ED, and Election Commission are often seen as tools used to pressure opposition parties. So Indira used the law to crush opposition. Modi uses influence and system control. Same result, different tools. Now let's talk about their cabinets. Indira didn't like independent ministers. She replaced them with loyalists. Modi has done the same. His PMO is one of the most powerful officers in the country. Most of his ministers rarely speak out or take decisions independently. Both created a political culture where loyalty to the leader mattered more than experience or debate. They were the party, the government, and the boss rolled into one person. Now, what about their image? Indira Gandhi created the Garibi Hatao slogan. She built an image as the mother of the nation, especially after 1971 war with Pakistan that led to the creation of Bangladesh. Now, Modi, on the other hand, built his brand around being a strong, no-nonsense leader with a 56-inch chest. He's the tea seller turned PM who talks directly to the people, whether it's through Mann Ki Baat, social media. Both made their personalities larger than the party. In fact, in both the cases, people were voting for the leader and not the party. This is one big similarity between both of them. Now let's look at the economy. Indira Gandhi ruled in a very different economic environment. Her policies were deeply socialist. The government controlled everything, from banks to industry. You needed licenses to even start a factory. This system was called the license Raj. Now, Modi's India is the opposite. It's all about privatization, startups, and digital economy. He launched schemes like Startup India, Digital India, Make in India. But while the economy is growing faster today, there's also a new term, jobless growth. That wasn't a thing during Indira's time. So, yes, both were economic control freaks, but in opposite directions. Indira controlled with regulation, Modi controls with data, policy, and messaging. Now, the very important one, media. Total contrast. Indira Gandhi had only Doordarshan. And during emergency, she censorized that too. Modi, on the other hand, has to deal with million platforms, TV channels, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. But somehow, even with so much media freedom on paper, the government still managed to dominate the narrative. Whether it's nationalism, anti-corruption, or Hindutva, Modi's messaging reaches everywhere. Indira did it with control. Modi does it with saturation. Now, for example, during emergency, Indira Gandhi ordered newspapers to submit their reports to the government censors before printing it. Editors, there were a lot of them who refused, were jailed. And newspapers like the Indian Express published blank editorials to protest. Compare that to Modi's time. While there's no official censorship, media houses that are critical often face income tax raids or get blacklisted from government ads, or take television. Doordarshan under Indira showed only what the government approved. Today, Modi appears on multiple private channels, but most of them carry the same script, thanks to friendly owners of fear of consequences. Now, it's not about banning anymore. It's about bending. Opposition politics. Weak in both. This is one very big similarity between Modi and Indira. Weak in both cases. During Indira's time, the opposition was divided until they united after the emergency. She lost in 1977, the only time she was ever defeated. Modi's opposition is still over the place. Congress is shrinking. The regional parties cannot seem to unite in both cases. Broken opposition helped the ruling leaders stay unchallenged. Let's not forget the major controversies. Indira Gandhi launched Operation Blue Star in 1984, which led to her assassination by her own Sikh bodyguards. Modi has had no such tragedy but has faced criticism over 2002 Gujarat riots, the 2016 demonetization, the 2020-2021 farmers' protest, COVID-19 management. While Indira was feared for her boldness, Modi is often praised or criticized, both, for being calculated. So now, the big question. Are they similar or different? Honestly, both. They were similar in how they centralized power, dominated their party, controlled the narrative, and maybe weakened the institutions around them. But they were different in how they did it. Indira used law and raw power. Modi uses influence, algorithms, and messaging. Indira ruled with political chaos. Modi during a very stable democratic setup with a global economy and a digital revolution. She had to survive through war, rebellion, a Cold War geopolitics. Modi faces inflation, unemployment, climate crisis, and the worth of social media. But despite all of these differences, both will be remembered as leaders who didn't just run governments, they ran the entire show. Their personalities overshadowed everything else. In a country of a billion opinions, they both somehow made it all about one face. And that, whether you admire them or not, is a rare kind of power. That's it for tonight. Stay tuned for more such stories.